The salt flats of Ethelgard shimmered, an endless blinding expanse under the twin suns, Solus and Umbra. Ilara, her face masked against the crystalline wind, traced faded glyphs on a cracked obsidian monolith. The glyphs, a language of pure geometry, pulsed with a faint internal light, a resonance that vibrated in her bones. She was a cartographer of echoes, tasked with charting the whispers of the old ones, beings who had woven reality with threads of chromatic mathematics before fading into the interdimensional static. Her companion, a creature named Khepri, shifted beside her. Khepri was a living fractal, a being of shifting iridescent scales that constantly rearranged themselves into impossible geometries. It communicated in tessellated light patterns, visual symphonies that Ilara had painstakingly learned to interpret. Today, Khepri's patterns were agitated, a chaotic dance of scarlet and indigo, indicating a disturbance in the harmonic resonance of the flats. The disturbance centered on the monolith. It was a dissonant chord, a note out of place in the grand symphony of Ethelgard. Ilara, using her chronometer, a device that measured the flux of temporal echoes, detected a temporal anomaly, a ripple in the fabric of time itself. The ripple pulsed with a dark, oily energy, unlike the clean, crystalline echoes she was accustomed to. The glyphs on the monolith began to glow brighter, casting long, distorted shadows that writhed and twisted like living things. The air grew thick, heavy, with the scent of ozone and burnt sugar. A low, guttural hum emanated from the monolith, a sound that seemed to crawl into her skull and nest there. Suddenly, a fissure opened in the salt flats, a jagged chasm that pulsed with the same dark energy as the temporal anomaly. From the chasm, a figure emerged, a silhouette against the blinding light of the twin suns. It was tall, impossibly slender, and its form flickered as if caught between multiple realities. Its head was a featureless void, a black hole that seemed to suck in the light around it. It spoke, or rather, it projected a thought directly into Ilara's mind, a cold, alien presence that felt like the touch of a dead star. "The convergence is near," it said, its voice a chorus of whispers that echoed in the empty spaces between her thoughts. The threads are unraveling. The convergence, a mythical event spoken of only in hushed whispers among the cartographers, was said to be the moment when the dimensions would bleed into each other, when the chromatic mathematics that held reality together would fail. The figure extended a hand, or rather, a tendril of pure shadow, towards Ilara. In its grasp, it held a shard of shimmering obsidian glass, a fragment of the monolith. "This is the key," it said. "It unlocks the Silent City." The Silent City was a legend, a place said to exist outside the flow of time, a repository of the Old One's knowledge, a place where the threads could be rewoven. But the location of the Silent City was lost, a mystery shrouded in the mists of forgotten epochs. Khepri, sensing the danger, shifted into a defensive formation, its scales forming a shimmering barrier between Ilara and the figure. The figure hissed, a sound like tearing silk, and the salt flats around them began to crack and buckle. Ilara, her mind reeling from the figure's words, took the shard. It pulsed with a strange warmth, a resonance that echoed the glyphs on the monolith. As she touched it, a vision flooded her mind, a city of impossible architecture built from living light, floating in an endless, starless void. Then, the figure vanished, dissolving into the dark energy that had birthed it, The fissure in the salt flats closed, leaving only a faint scar on the blinding expanse. The monolith fell silent, its glyphs fading into a dull gray luminescence. Ilara, clutching the shard, looked at Kipri. The fractal creature's patterns had calmed, but its scales still shimmered with an anxious energy. The convergence was coming, and she, a lone cartographer of echoes, held the key to the silent city, the only hope of preventing the unraveling of reality. The salt flats stretched before her, an endless, shimmering expanse, a silent testament to the mysteries that lay hidden beneath the surface of reality. The twin suns beat down, casting long, distorted shadows that danced in the crystalline wind, and Ilara, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and determination, began to walk, following the faint echo of the silent city, a city that existed beyond time, a city that held the secrets to weaving reality back together. The journey would be long, strange, and perilous, a journey into the heart of the unknown, a journey to save a universe on the verge of collapse.